In the previous installment, we tried asking "so what" of our observations, and we also practiced generating multiple ideas from one observation through a strategy called 10 on 1. Here, we'll practice a strategy called "seems to be about X, really about Y" that will help you generate multiple ideas to reach conclusions about your subject. Let's return to Night Crow, the poem by Theodor Roethke that we observed in Move 3. Based on our observations about the poem, we can begin to say what the poem is about. To do this, we're going to use the template "seems to be about X, but is really about Y." Here's an example. The poem seems to be about dreams, but is really about the influence of conscious thought on unconscious thought. Let's keep going and see where it leads. The poem seems to be about the influence of conscious thought on unconscious thought, but is really about the differences between material and abstract reality. The poem seems to be about the difference between material and abstract reality, but is really about the boundlessness of imagination. The poem seems to be about the boundlessness of imagination, but is really about how the imagination depends upon the real for inspiration. The poem seems to be about how the imagination depends upon the real for inspiration, but is really about the depraved nature of the real when compared with the imagination. As you can see, this template helps you get closer and closer to what you really want to say about the subject. Often, where you arrive might surprise you, but it will always be a result of the steps that came before. Remember, analysis calls for slowing down and looking deliberately at your subject with a spirit of openness and neutrality. It takes time, but the ideas will be thought-provoking, and more importantly, they'll be your own. And that's what we're aiming for.